Frantic Nerdcast here to stay. AJ Brock and Zach will say, join the ride, don't fade away. Nerdy joy in full display.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Frantic Nerdcast, episode number 83. It's good to have you back.
Yes,
Thank you.
Brock is back. Thank you.
Thank you
for
very
welcoming back
much.
into the
Yes,
fold.
yes. And you're going to have to bear with me, everybody at home. I do sound like I have just come off the back of a full pack of smokes in the last half an hour.
Just do me a favour and say,
I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
he's Batman.
It's Bogan, it's Australian Bogan. Batman.
I'm
Hey, we saw the Bogan Spider-Man at Comic-Con, so it's you've got the Absolute Universe. This is the Bogan universe of
very
DC
good.
heroes.
Hey, I would read the shit out of that.
So, speaking of Comic-Con, I got friend of the show, Brendan, messaged me, and he pointed out that apparently the Lorax thing
Oh yes,
is
yes.
it's a TikToker named Ashby. They're a theatre kid and they dress up as many characters from shows and stuff as they can. People asked her to dress up as Lorax, but she'd never seen it and she tried to act the way she thought it would be, and apparently it was just fucking hilarious.
Have you since gone and watched this?
I haven't.
No, neither have
So
I.
apparently it's turned into a full-on meme now, and that's why everyone's dressed as Lorax.
That makes
apparently.
sense.
So yeah,
It was just while I walk around, we're like, that's a Lorax. There's 3 more Loraxes. Fuck, there's 6 more over there.
So what the fuck have we missed?
I'm like, yeah.
It was just so weird. Like there was just so many, and we're kind of like, why?
It was beyond the fact of there wasn't just like 1 or 2 people doing it like, oh my God, Lorax would be hilarious to do. Like there was enough for it. This is a thing. Like Lorax has been brought back in somehow. We just don't know where.
Yeah, when's the movie coming out?
So what have you guys been up to this week? Anything interesting or nerdily?
I built some baby furniture, which I only made 1 fuck up with. That was good.
Very proud of you, sir.
Now you messaged me and said that it was a big fuck up. Did the fact that it was a big fuck up make up for it, like lots of little fuck ups, or
No, there were a few little fuck ups, but they were easily fixed. The big fuck up was basically got half or almost 3/4 of the way through, went to put another piece on, realised that one of the early pieces I put on was upside down. And I'm like, looking at the pictures, I only had picture diagrams. I matched the picture perfectly. It didn't tell me anything about these other holes where they had to go. But I chose poorly, and so I had to like backpedal like 8 steps and finally.
Some of them, in fairness, some of those instructions on those baby things are not an easy thing to put together.
Well, it's literally it was just a bar, but the problem is the holes were on like top and bottom.
Yep.
That top and bottom wasn't shown in the picture of where to insert this bar. So I'm like, well, there's holes at the top, there's holes at the bottom. I'm going to go this way.
No, I'm following exactly where you're going with that.
Yeah. But other than
exactly where you're going.
Other than that, I got it through. Did it all by myself, so that's fine.
during the week, I realised that Final Fantasy Bloodlines is now available to stream and whatnot. Not Final Fantasy. Final Destination
I was going
Bloodlines.
to say, this is news to me. I'm keen to watch
okay.
this.
Yeah, so Final Destination Bloodlines. It was funny when they were advertising it. It seemed like it was like, this is the last one we'll do. Like it sort of wraps up the whole story of death and coming back to all that sort of stuff. They can make 1 million more.
Oh yeah, repeat.
It was just the resolution of like this one little story within their own sort of family or extended family from an incident, so to speak. The story is pretty cool. Like they made it a little more complex than the previous ones, rather than one person sees something going on and then has to save like 5 to 10 people. It's similar to that, except it's more along the fact of the people who were saved in this tower from this initial incident. Death took too long to catch up to all of them, so therefore it went to their children who shouldn't have been there and their grandchildren who shouldn't have been there. So hence Bloodlines, because it's following through all the families and whatnot. So
okay, that's a cool concept.
Yeah, so even just that from a concept was pretty cool, and like they play out the fact that they've got a really kooky grandmother, and the grandmother was the person who had the premonition. So she basically realised that, hey, if I go lock myself in a random place away from everybody, my family doesn't die. Because death can't get me. Mm-hmm. Death therefore can't get my kids and can't get my grandkids, because it does it in order. Yeah, it was a pretty cool concept. The death scenes were pretty fucking out there, as they usually are, and like it's pretty wild. Like there's this one where these guys are sitting around an MRI machine, one of the guys covered in piercings. Naturally, they all get ripped off of his body. And then, like, there's a guy, I think there was a guy in the machine. No, there was a guy outside, and a wheelchair goes into his back and pushes him into the MRI machine, and then sort of like gets sucked through him into the. It's very gory, but like, yeah, unfortunately well done. And then the other guy who's in the room, like, it all sort of ends, and he's like just sitting there going, what the fuck? And he turns around, someone comes into the room, and a spring just flies out of nowhere and just gets him in the head. So you're like,
they're always the good ones. I like those ones.
Yeah. So it was good. Like, it didn't really break any ground. It's the 7th or 8th in the franchise, so it was worth a watch. But one thing I will say that they did quite good is they were able to do a little bit better than the last couple. Is plant a seed, and then you genuinely just didn't know what was going to happen, but you were actually a little more on the edge of your seat, waiting for what was happening. Because previously, it got to a point where they plant a seed, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, this is just going to play out like X, Y, Z, and then this will probably happen. You didn't have any sort of like, oh shit, I wonder what's going to happen. And yeah, they did that quite well in this one. I really enjoyed it. Go give it a watch.
It was also Tony Todd's last
it was
film.
his last performance.
So for those of you at home playing on the video screen, that's Tony Todd up there. He's a fairly famous actor. He has been in quite a few. He's been on quite a few films. Lots of cult classics and stuff like that, and this was his last ever appearance on film, I believe, from memory.
It was his last one. I do recall them talking about his last one because his scene when he first comes onto scene, and you see him sitting there on a chair. That was sort of the first. When he passed, they said, "Here's the last shot of him on screen and whatnot," in his last performance.
And I watched the first episode of Gen V.
I've watched the first.
At the start of it, it comes up and says for Chance.
Yeah.
Right at the start of it.
I think they did that nice and simply for Chance. Like, because if you don't know already, Chance, he passed away from a car accident from memory. A pretty unfortunate and very surprising incident when it occurred. I think over the first, because I've watched the first 3 episodes, I think they. I wouldn't say they peddle it, but I think they reference it a little bit too much over the first 4 episodes. Because
because they've kind of made the dad a main character now, so they kind of had to. I think.
But I think they didn't need to do it as much as they did, because like there's a lot of Andre, and what about Andre, and like Andre's dead, and like it's almost in every scene that something's said, and they do it for like the first 2, maybe even. I can't remember.
You can make that sort of.
I do.
Wink nudge at the start.
I get why. I get both corners of that, because he was such a pivotal character in the first season. You kind of have so many loose ends of his arc and stuff that they had to tie up, kind of thing. But then they didn't. They could have also just went, "He's dead. Yep, cool. Let's move on." Kind of thing.
I think there's definitely need to mention and have references back to him, but I think they've just overdone it, in my opinion. If that being said, the first, as I said, I've seen either 2 or 3 episodes. Fucking yes, so fucking good.
Speaking of the boys, one of the teachers at work brought up like that they started watching it, and so I'm in the middle of the staff room trying to explain like scenes of the boys to like all these other female staff members. I'm just like,
I should stop.
It's just not a show. People are like, oh no, but like, what is it? I'm like, well, it's this. It's definitely it's show for the boys called The Boys. Like it's not a girl show. It's a boy show. Like, oh no, but she's watching it. She likes it. I'm like, okay, like this is what's involved in the show. They're like, oh, I don't want to know anymore. Like,
Did you explain the dick scene exploding?
No,
that is quite possibly one of the. I laughed so hard. Like, my wife was asleep in bed next to me when I watched that episode, when the guy shrinks and goes inside the other guy's penis
and massages it from doesn't he?
And then he sneezes and grows bigger and explodes the dude from the inside.
So
I laughed so hard. Amy woke up, like jumped up, like, what's wrong? Like, I was in hysterics. I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
I definitely didn't talk about the centipede, the human centipede scene. I left that one on the cutting room floor.
So
spoke about the whale scene, because that whale scene's just fucked up.
I think it's in episode 2, and there's no spoilers, but they go down a similar route of what you've just said. There's a guy who I think you see in the first episode, because they're all back at the college grounds and whatnot, and there's a guy who can butt chug, and like that's kind of his ability. He can store anything in his ass. And so he's butt chugging, and then someone surprises him and he explodes it everywhere, like just
all over. All over.
But then in episode 2, there's a couple people, they're sort of fighting, and they blow through a wall into the room where he's at, and he's sort of on all fours, just with a really like, oh shit look on his face. And then they jump out a window and someone's head just comes out his ass and goes, what was that? And then just goes back in. You're like, what the fuck? It's a fucking wild show.
Yeah. It's out there.
We get the puppets are back though, which is awesome. Yeah, so they bring the puppets back, which is really cool, and that again is really sweetly done.
I haven't seen Gen V yet.
Give it a watch.
I need
It's
to sit
worth
down and watch it. I'm planning to. It's just finding the time
Well,
between everything else.
You kind of need to have watched. The boy used to watch Gen V.
You
Sort
don't
of.
need
There are
to,
things it
but-
touches on, but then
yeah,
also
true.
there's parts of like the whole first season of Gen V is one small little punchline in the boys of like this one particular drug.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's in the
so
boys.
I thought like it's
That's
between
the
like
whole
season 2 and
Three.
3 or
Oh,
something.
the most
four.
recent
3 and 4,
season, where he gets that vial of that drug. That's from Gen V.
So you don't need to watch The Boys to watch Gen V, but you kind of need to have watched that
Yeah.
season of Gen V to get
I
more
mean, I
context
hadn't,
to
and
season 4.
it didn't like ruin.
It doesn't. It's not very hard. They kind of explain it, and then
It
there's those
helps.
there's two characters in the last episode of The Boys, season 4, I think, and you're kind of like, who are they? And even I went, who the fuck's that? And they went, oh wait, they're from Gen V.
Yeah.
Right.
And what else? I've started watching Peacemaker, so I'm up to date on that. It is really fucking good. It is so good.
Favorite thing at the moment, and everyone knows about this already. EarthX. Everyone knows Peacemaker. It's taking place in EarthX.
And the way that they sort of announce it, so to speak, is so fucking well done. So
Well,
it's
we
at the
won't
end.
ruin that
No, we
part.
won't. It's at the end of the latest released
Yeah.
episode. Yeah, so watch it because the way
But
that it's done, perfect.
My favorite thing of this whole thing is Fortnite sold a dance pack of the Peacemaker intro, and they've only just now realized what the dance symbolizes. He dances
Zach.
like this.
Nazi symbol.
Yeah, it's a swastika. And they went, oh, so they had to pull the dance and give refunds to everyone that bought it.
Oh god.
I can just imagine James Gunn sitting there going,
Yeah, pretty
Dickheads.
much. Fucking idiots.
but on other news, at time of recording this,
It's a Tuesday.
it's a Tuesday. At the time of recording this, tomorrow, myself and Zach are going to play in our bi-annually golf trip tournament, get drunk, play golf thing. And this is the trophy here. And
Sorry, Spotify.
sorry, Spotify. This is our lovely golden driver.
Just imagine a block of wood with a golf club coming out the
That's
top. There
pretty
you go.
much it. And now it has 3 names on it, and out of all the
It has
people that
two-
go to
two
this,
names.
it is fantastic.
Fantastic.
It is Frantic Nerdcast members that are all on it. So Zach has won it twice. I've won it once.
You know what? That is fantastic.
That is fantastic. And so this will be up for grabs again as of tomorrow.
Would you like to tell the story of the trophy?
So the driver that you can see on the top here is, in fact, one of my drivers. We went to one of these, I think it was our second or third trip
It was
down.
the second one.
And I've gone down to the practice nets to, get some practice drives in.
Sorry. We've literally just arrived at the venue.
3 days of golf to come.
First swing of the trip in the practice net.
Practice nets, come down, hit the ball, didn't even hit the ground or anything. Just hit the ball and I hear this bang, like explosion. And I'm like, what the fuck? And my driver had hit the wall. But it was only the top. It just snapped. Clean snapped. I have no reason, no idea
It
why.
was like happened in slow motion too. I've watched them like, yep. Huh, what? Oh, shit.
Yeah, so that happened. So we'll record some fun little snippets for you and chuck them up on the Instagram so you can enjoy the golf trip along with us. Brock will come one day.
One day.
One
I will
day.
work out a time.
Well, he's
that
coming to the
works.
longest day, so
Yes.
that's another event that we'll touch about again a bit closer to it. But there'll be a few donation links coming up on the socials for you guys to donate to that. That'll be very helpful. But yeah, in other news, it is Tuesday at the time of recording. It is summer is definitely approaching with today's heat. With
Yes.
Frantic Nerdcast now with extra sheen. But Brock, myself, and Phil from Viking Collects, our Mega Evolution Master Set Master Race has begun officially today. So yeah, you would have obviously
Let them fight.
if you're watching this It came out a few days ago, but the video is out. So go check out the rules and establishment. We've got a few achievement lists already put up. Phil's got a slight head start because he went to a few pre-events that we didn't get to.
Yep.
So he's in the lead at the moment, but we will try to rein him back in quickly.
As I am not taking part in this, I'm just more commenting on these guys spending a lot of money trying to get these achievements.
So we put spending caps in place, so you can only buy packs. However you buy the packs, that's fine. You can trade for as many cards as you want to, but we can only purchase 10 individual cards.
Ooh, I like that. That's good.
So that way it'll stop, because it said we're going to packs, and obviously there'll probably be a fair few cards there at the moment, especially with it being the new set release. AJ will have to make sure I don't go too far.
We'll know.
So our people at home know, we'll go into a little bit more detail here of what some of the achievements are. So we've got first of the line achievement. So it'll be the first trainer to catch 3 of the evolution lines just in the main base set. So there's a couple of, you got Bulbasaur line, Chikorita line, Scorbunny line, Sobble line, Abra line, Ralts line, and the Tinkatink line.
Tinkatink. I've got 2 of them already.
The Abra line, that's the one I would want.
I'm
The
missing
Abra line
Kadabra.
looks cool. Then we've got more gold. The first trainer to catch a gold secret rare from a booster on camera.
Yeah.
So our mate Smog has already pulled it, and earlier that
Was
day,
it on camera?
No, he's not in the challenge
in it.
anymore, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
fine. But he's pulled it, and but like 30 minutes before his mate pulled it, so he thought, oh, this is nothing. Like it's just. Oh, well, they're not that special. Then Brock and I having conversation like, no, that's like $1,000 card. Now. Like, he's like, all right, straight away it's on Marketplace ready to be sold.
And then we've got only gold, which is the first player to get both the gold secret rares. No one wants these. This is the first to get all of the non-alt art trainer cards. Because no one wants the trainer cards, but you got to get them to get the set. Artistic Bulba, the first trainer to catch the Bulbasaur line in
Phil's
and
already got
SIRs.
that.
Oh,
All
really?
3. It's the line. He's got to get Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur.
In the
Oh,
alt art.
sorry. I interpret that as the 3 different Bulbasaur
No,
variants.
so the line in the alt art.
Oh, okay.
So much art, the first trainer to catch all the Pokemon alt art cards, minus the golds.
Good luck.
Full of art, the first trainer to catch all the Pokemon full art cards, minus the gold, minus the art. So what was that? Catch all Pokemon.
I added one in to throw you. Because there was something in there and I split them.
It's the same one. You put the same one twice. Oh, well. Humans are cool as well.
No. There's art cards and there's full art cards.
There's full
so
art.
there's
and
illustration
yes,
rares
yes,
and full
yes,
art.
yes.
Yeah.
Humans are cool as well. The first trainer to catch all of the first. Hey, motherfucker! I'm the only one at this table that actually bought the first edition packets. First trainer to catch
no,
all the
you're
alt
not.
art trainer cards. They are so mega. The first trainer to collect all the mega evolution cards from the main set. Kenga time.
Wait, main set.
Yeah.
So not the alt arts and stuff. Just your basic
All right.
one do whatever
Yeah, I've
cards.
got a few of them already. That's good. Yeah.
Kenga time. The first trainer to collect the Kenga EX, the Kenga EX SR, and the SAR.
And then it's the same for these next
And then
ones.
it's the same for the Laddie, same for the Vino, Luca, Guardi, and Abs. Absol.
Absol, yeah.
And then the Master Trainer. The
one to get 'em
one to
all.
get them all. The first to collect the entire set.
So we've set a time limit on this. So at the moment, I think it's Christmas, but we might be a bit fast and loose with that as a time frame. But we
Yeah.
said it's Christmas, end of the year, only so that way.
Otherwise,
like-
it'll just keep fucking going.
yeah, that and I said there's other sets coming out that we'll probably turn our attention to as well.
And
so.
we have a new website coming soon in the coming weeks, and all the information of where all our 3 trainers are up to will be on the website, so you can keep track of it there, and also on the podcast. We will
Yep.
keep you up to date every week with how the lads are going.
I say, and Bevan might be our friend tickler, but I think Phil is becoming like the honorary 4th podcast member. Because we've got a few things in the works. We haven't discussed it with him yet, so if you're listening, Phil, listen up. Possibly doing some recording some Gundam TCG through.
I'd mentioned it to him the other day.
Char's Table or something.
Yeah, I
I think
can't
it is.
remember.
No, I was thinking of Tabletop Simulator, but yeah.
Well, no, there's like an actual. You use webcam to film, and
Yeah.
it AI reads the cards
Oh,
and brings
sweet.
the cards up for you and
That was
stuff.
That's
funny.
even better.
It was funny because he messaged me and he said, I'm not sure if I'm going to like hold on to the decks or the cards and whatnot because I've got no one to play with. I'm like, dude, hold on to them. We've got things happening.
Well, now he knows.
Yes, he does.
And then also, me and Brock are doing the Pokedex challenge or the Gigadex
Yes.
challenge, whatever you want to call it.
The only thing that's stopping me is I need the binder.
So basically, I'm currently chasing 512 cards, I think.
So I don't know the exact number, but I'm about 400.
Yeah.
It's all right.
A bit less than 400, but
I'll
yeah.
get you sorted shortly.
You'll help me out?
Yeah,
Good.
I'll bring the bulk.
Looking forward
The
to
bulk's
it.
starting to expand, so I've got to shrink it somehow.
I might have a Mega Revolution card for
Oh,
you
I'll
to
trade.
with you.
I'll trade.
Yeah. And I think that is all of our Pokemon news.
That'll do for now.
That'll do it. Yeah, but yeah, so stay tuned. Obviously, we've got so I think not this Sunday because we're just trying to get our heads around everything and everyone get up to speed with the packs we've currently got that are unopened.
Yep.
But every Sunday, one of us will be putting up a video, sort of doing a recap of where we are and talking some smack talk and things like that. So yeah, follow along, give us a like, and yeah, make sure you're following our socials and also Phil at Vikings Collect for all those sorts of good news. And hopefully we get to see more bloopers of him trying to read scripts.
That was good. I like that.
Gotta love the chicken dance. If you have a close look at the chicken wing dance as well, look in the background because the Pokemon are doing they're doing very fucking close to a chicken dance as well.
I like it. On to a different thing. So on Sunday was a little under the weather. So I was pretty much just laying down watching stuff pretty much all day / night, and I watched two full TV shows on Netflix. So the first one I watched was The House of Guinness.
Lisa wants to watch it.
On
Apparently,
Netflix?
she's riveted already.
Sensational.
Record related, as in Guinness Book of Records type stuff?
As in the Guinness brand, which is where the Guinness Book of Records comes from.
Sure.
Because the story of the Guinness Book of Records is they wanted a definitive pub trivia
that's what I mean, yeah.
guidebook, and that's why they created that.
Sure.
But-
So it's actually okay. So it's the Guinness rather than being on the record book. It's
This is based on the 4 siblings of the main Guinness who didn't create the pub but made it the biggest brand in Ireland and England kind of thing for that type of beer. And he dies, and it's now the 4 children who are looking after the company and sort of spreading it. It kind of tells their stories. And at the start of it,
Did we watch the trailer on this or something?
Probably. At the start of it says this fictional show is based on true stories.
Yeah, sure.
So how true a lot of this is and not, we don't know. But essentially,
but let's not let the truth get in the way of a good story.
2 of the brothers get the company, but they have to share it. And if one leaves, the other one gets full control of it kind of thing. The daughter gets shafted because, she's a female in the 1800s.
Yep.
And then the other brother is a raging alcoholic and gets absolutely nothing.
Sure.
The daughter kind of starts to... She's essentially the one who creates the philanthropic.
Cool.
Yep, the charity arm of Guinness.
Philanthropic.
Yeah, that. And which they're so well known for kind of stuff nowadays. And she's the one kind of starts that. And the brothers are the ones who kind of spread it out into America and all that kind of thing. And it's really good. It's got to do with the different classes in Ireland at the time and how much people hated Guinness because they had so much power. And my favorite thing about it, when they say to cover this up, it's going to cost you £4,000. And then it goes bang, 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 and shows you in text on the screen today's current version of that. And it's like 1 million, blah, 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 blah dollars. You're like, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of money. Because they were the richest people in Ireland.
Inflation, it's killer.
They were the richest people in Ireland at the time. Beautifully shot, fantastically acted. All the actors in it are phenomenal.
How many episodes? 8, I'm assuming?
8 episode. It is a cliffhanger a show.
Yeah, okay.
Because I was getting to the 8th episode, I'm watching it, and I'm like, looking at my clock going, this ain't ended in time.
Yeah.
There's too much to do before the end of this episode. I'm like, it's going to end on a fucking cliffhanger, which is a bad thing for a Netflix show to do.
Yes, it is indeed.
Because we all know Netflix really like redoing their shows. I'm winking for people on Spotify. They don't. They cancel. But yeah, this will get a second season for sure.
Is your second show Haunted Mansion?
It's not. Haunted Hotel. I have been watching that. I haven't finished that one yet. And then my second show that I would like to talk about, which I'm pretty sure I got a little picture of somewhere here. Did I? No, I did not.
Well, he does that. I've watched half of season 2 of Twisted Metal. Have you finished it yet?
No, I haven't finished it yet, but I'm about half, maybe 3/4.
We got to an episode where all of a sudden it went from being like the post-apocalyptic world to supernatural and sci-fi all at fucking once. I was like, Lisa and I looked at each other like, if we put on the right show, it went real weird there.
Yeah. They shoehorn it in a little bit, but because of the nature of the show, they're just like, let's fucking do something.
Well, we put it down to, it's been out long enough, so I'm not caring about spoilers. We put it down to old mate that's look like he's sucking the souls out of people. We're pretty sure he's just a mental institution. It's just in his head.
Yep.
and then old mate would like wheel arms. Axel.
Oh,
Yeah.
That just looks sick.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
pretty fucking
but
cool.
essentially, Castiel is what's his name in it? Castiel?
Calypso.
Calypso is essentially he has enough power to rewrite the Earth, essentially in the games
So
and
is
stuff.
Calypso the actual god Calypso?
I think that's
You
the
don't
intent,
know, but the idea is he's born in Roanoke.
Right.
So when it shows like he come in and he comes out of the well, that's
I'm
Roanoke.
not that far yet.
They show that, and essentially Roanoke is like a very, very famous thing, like mythology story in America, where like an entire village went missing, blah blah blah, and lots of sci-fi shows use Roanoke. Like American Horror Story did a really good one. Haven essentially based a lot of their last season around Roanoke, and
I don't know if I'm a fan of the sister storyline so far. I'm hoping that kicks into gear a bit better. Because at the moment, like everything's...
how far are you into it?
It gets better.
Right, okay. Yeah. I'm assuming it would.
That's why I asked how far into it is.
Yeah, I think I'm like four
Best way to put it, it gets better.
or five episodes. It's just been the drive-in movie episode where so they meet Axel and...
Oh, yep. Yeah, it gets, her
It
role
gets
gets
better.
much better in the show.
Excellent.
For those watching at home that have seen it. So the other show I wanted to talk about is Billionaire's Bunker. This is on Netflix.
Fallout.
So this is a Spanish show.
it's definitely not who I
in
thought it
Spanish.
was.
It's called El Refugio Atomica. It is essentially what happens is a bunch of billionaires
Yep. Go to a
have
bunker.
a bunker that for when atomic war and stuff hits.
Yep.
And it starts off one of them getting their son out of prison. He essentially was in a relationship with a girl of another billionaire's family. They were in a car crash when they were drunk. She died. She
Sure.
went to jail for it. The dad's getting out, and they go to this bunker because nuclear war is going to happen. And then when they're there, it happens.
Okay.
But then by the end of the first series, and this is not a spoiler in any way because you can tell what's happening from the fucking 5 seconds in. It's all set up by the people who own the bunker.
Naturally.
They made the billionaires pay for the bunker. They
Yep.
built it, and essentially it is a ploy to get the billionaires in there so they can steal from them.
Yep.
It was entertaining. It was a really entertaining show. It was good. I could see where it was going from a fucking mile away.
Yeah.
And like some of the stuff on it.
She looks like Sandra Bullock.
From here, yeah.
No, she's not in the show. But like some of the stuff, the plots in it of the people who are running the bunker, it's like, but what if this happens? Well, we'll do this. But what if this happens? We'll do this. And what if this happens? We'll do this. It's like, there's no way you've planned all these fucking contingencies, people. This is a fucking joke. Once you get over that hurdle,
Yeah.
it's really entertaining.
Sure.
It is in Spanish, so it's dubbed.
Yep.
It's not too bad. It's kind of like when you watch dubbed German. It's pretty close mouth.
I
movement.
knew he was
Okay.
going to Maxton Hall there. I knew he was.
Or just any German dub show, because German, it's the mouth movements are pretty similar, and it's the same as this. And unlike when you watch like Japanese when it's dubbed, it's very obvious, very different mouth
Yeah.
movements and stuff.
Yeah, we watched Lupin dubbed and it was pretty bad at points.
So you completely forget that it's done. It's pretty well dubbed as well. The main chick and guy in it, which is that one, and redhead chick, they were pretty good. Asia is the girl's name, and the guy's name is Max. They were really good. I really liked them. Really believed the chemistry between them. All this kind of stuff.
Okay.
Blah blah blah. Some really nice shots in it. All that.
The more I look at that screenshot you got up there, the more like they look like Hollywood actors. Like they're like a doppelganger of so many.
Oh,
of them.
there is one of the main billionaire guys. He's like white hair, white beard kind of stuff. You look at him and you're like, I've seen you in things, but you know for a fact you haven't because he's a Spanish actor. But you're like, I've seen you in
that's
something.
it. He looks dead familiar. Even the guy behind him. I'll think of his name soon. But he
Looks like
someone
Aaron
else.
Taylor-Joy. It looks like Aaron Taylor-Joy.
Aaron Taylor-Joy.
Whatever his
Yeah.
name is, yeah.
Craven.
Mila Jovovich, Sandra Bullock.
They're all there.
They're all there.
They're all there.
So that's on Netflix. It was it's in the top 10 at the moment whilst we're recording this. I really enjoyed it. It was just a fun kind of switch your brain off one, and you didn't
Again,
really
I'm
need
assuming if it's Netflix, like 8 to 10 episodes.
8 episodes, and again, it ends on a cliffhanger.
Right.
Woo!
They
Well, they've got
love
to get their money back.
their cliffhangers, don't
So
they?
They
the
do.
billionaires treated to be good guys in this, and we're meant to feel sorry for them, or are they like?
Oh, Some of them are, but they're mostly all pricks.
Right.
Okay.
So we want them to get robbed.
We do, but then the people who are running it are fucking idiots as well. So you're not really cheering for anyone except for the main young people.
We're just rooting for
All the adults
chaos.
are fuckwits.
Right.
The kids are they're the ones you're following along and trying to root for. There's one is a security guard in it who's an absolute douchebag, and he gets belted the fuck up. You're like, yeah, fuck you. But no, it was enjoyable. I reckon put it on, watch it. It's not one that you really need to binge watch. I binge watched it because I was sick, but it was an enjoyable show. Yeah.
I have a feeling by next time we record, I will have finished watching House of Guinness, because Lisa was like, "We have to watch this. We have to watch this." I'm like, "I'm busy." I'm not the pregnant lady sitting with my feet up at the moment watching shows. I'm the one doing that.
Do not say that to your pregnant wife.
I got hit severely.
You deserve to be hit, mate.
So Zach is currently broadcasting that he needs somewhere to stay.
Cost Harvest is pretty nice.
Fucking hell.
I like that. What do you want to do? You want to do some rumors?
Sure.
Let's do some rumors. Let's get those bad boys out there. So the first one I had was obviously that the Peacemaker dance thing, which was quite freaking hilarious.
I've got one. Demon Slayer has surpassed in Superman at the box office.
Yeah, I did see that the other day. I can't remember if I mentioned this the other day, but there is an official Naruto TCG coming out.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Is
Neither
it
do I.
is it a Naruto one, or is it just Naruto slapped on another game, kind of like My Hero Academia was?
Naruto Ninja card game.
He wouldn't know. That's your specialty.
Yeah,
I can't tell from the box, but probably.
It's going to die after a third
100%. 100%. Oh, probably after the first one, looking at this.
Who's releasing it? Does the box say?
That's what I'm looking for now. I can't even see that.
So I've got this one. So Tyler Posey, who is the lead actor from the Teen Wolf TV show, which if you haven't watched it, that shit is like I think we spoke about it last week, didn't we, Zach?
Yeah.
If you like Vampire Diaries and all that mythical teenage garbage style stuff, this Teen Wolf was fantastic. They've had the series and they did a movie, and he said, I wrote the second Teen Wolf movie. I was the leader of the cast. Now I want to be the leader for the entire project. I know what fans want, and I want to deliver it for them.
Okay.
So I'm all for that because it's a great show and it was really good. They really did the mythos around werewolves and all that kind of stuff really well.
Yeah, okay.
That show, which you wouldn't expect from a show called Teen Wolf, based off a Michael J. Fox movie.
Yeah.
Yes, but apparently Lisa's keen to watch it, so it'll be in the rotation soon.
Go for it.
I think we've spoken about this, but Darth Maul's new show, apparently we're going to set up a showdown between him and Darth Vader.
Yeah, something along those lines. But I'm all for it. Can't fucking wait. It'll be sick. A couple of weeks ago, or a few weeks ago maybe, we were talking about Clayface, and I wasn't sure if Clayface, which universe it was going to be. Whether it was in Reeves' universe or it was in... So it is going to be the third film in the DCU. It is going to be within the current gun universe, being Superman, Supergirl, etc., etc.
Second film?
Third, because Supergirl comes out next year. But it does have Matt Reeves as a producer on it. So I think that might have been one of the things that was throwing me as well. But yeah, I told you I'd go and find out, and I found out.
Beautiful. The Scrubs gang are officially back together for the first table read of the new Scrubs reboot.
Oh, nice.
And it's pretty much all the OG cast minus the older Doctor guy.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously the lawyer one, he won't be in it because he passed away, I believe.
Yeah.
So Sonic 4 is going to start its own multiverse saga coming with the next one.
Yeah.
So Amy apparently has multiverse plots in her character.
Yep.
Which is going to lead towards lots of other Nintendos coming through. It's like Pac-Man, Mario, Sonic, all those sort of coming together for some sort of big collaboration movie moving
Super
forward.
Smash.
Effectively, the Super Smash Brothers movie.
I have heard that. And we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
All of the end tags, the female lead, whatever color she was wearing, that teased.
The
next
Tails, Knuckles, and then Amy. Yeah.
So 2 quick ones, but Avengers Doomsday is officially wrapped filming. And Avengers Secret Wars is expected to begin filming in mid-2026.
Okay, we half covered that last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
I wasn't here.
For those Magic the Gathering fans, Magic Fest or whatever the fuck they called it was last week, I believe, and they've announced all of their new sets for 2026.
Oh, yeah.
So in January, we're getting Lorwyn Eclipsed, then March, Universes Beyond, April, Secrets of Strixhaven, then June, Marvel Superheroes, August, The Hobbit, October, Reality Fracture, which looks really cool, and then towards the end of the year, Star Trek.
Cool. So they're Marvel or their Spider-Man cards that have come out recently.
They just came out.
Yeah, some of them look really, really nice, but then there's other. It's so expensive straight off the bat, and
You bought a pack, didn't you?
The Spider-Man ones. Yeah, I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah. I thought about getting one of the pre-release boxes. They're like $75 or something.
Yeah, I saw that. I considered that as well.
But we'll see. We'll see.
I did, but I was like, it's yet another card game. We've just started One Piece, so I don't need another one with League of Legends around the corner as well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still struggling as to whether I want to play One Piece.
Yeah.
And if I'm not going to play it, I'm not collecting it.
I think we need to play a few more games with the starter decks first, or just to get a head around the rules and like the Don as it's still. I really want to like this game. I really want to.
So do I, but it's not as good as Gundam.
Yeah.
And like there are so many TCGs that I would much rather play than that from the rule set. Like,
especially because we gave it a go and pretty quickly we're like, ugh.
Yeah, like
so we played a couple of games last week. Last week with the starter decks we picked up at Comic Con,
and we have an episode on the channel which is live.
It was good. Like we were still very rusty with some of the mechanics and how to play through things. And Gundam, I think it's more of as I said last week. You've got to hold until you can one shot, because if you start to chip away, then your characters can be killed and things like. Where in One Piece, your leader can always attack. So it doesn't matter if you're. I think it's One Piece. You're suited to be more aggressive than Gundam, but the problem is the Don mechanic. Like you've got to play cards and then attach Don, so then other cards can be played. So then you can remove the Don and all these sorts of things. So it was just the flow of the game. I think is my biggest issue.
Like I would much rather be playing Wheatcross or Weichschwartz or anything like that than the One Piece game.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's essentially the rules are pretty much the Dragon Ball Super card game.
Yeah, okay.
Just with a few changes, like with the Don and stuff. And like even then, I would prefer to play the Dragon Ball Z Panini DCG game, which was so much better than the Dragon Ball Super game.
Just calling the resource the Don, I'm just like, it's so annoying. Don. So good news, bad news for anime. Bad news is Dandadan season 3 doesn't come out till 2027. It's the
so long away.
Manga.
I will be because I can't not.
Manga, because the manga is so good.
The fact that this last Friday I was like, oh, it's time to watch Dandadan. I'm like, oh no, it ended. Oh no. But good news, in about 10 days as time of recording, we will have the final season of My Hero Academia starting. So I'll be all up in that.
The 15th final season of My Hero Academia.
Actually, we'll probably be in PAX for that.
Lucky you.
Speaking of PAX, Jazza from YouTube channel Jazza, really pretty famous YouTuber. He's going to be at PAX and he's got a big costume that he's doing of like this big cockroach bug thing that's from his first book. And I was watching the first episode of him building it on his channel, and it's going to be fucking epic.
Oh, speaking of Comic-Con, something that we forgot to talk about. So the episode before Comic-Con, he was talking about the Lone Wolf books.
Yep.
There was a Lone Wolf stall there with one of the guys that writes for it and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. So
awesome. Have you guys watched Schitt's Creek before?
Yes.
I've seen some of it. Not all.
Apparently, they've got a potential reboot and movie.
It doesn't need a reboot.
It doesn't need it.
Just say
But
a new season.
I think the reboot will be a continuation.
Yeah.
And a movie. I mean, fuck yeah. That movie was great.
It just irritates me that they say a reboot when all the reboots are just continuations from the show.
Exactly. And I'll throw another quick one before we go back around. But the Bride trailer has come through.
Oh, God, that looks so good.
So
my God.
Good.
So good. I cannot wait. I just love that we're getting a Frankenstein and a Bride movie in the same year.
Yep.
Oh, it just looks so good. And I cannot wait for Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, because that's going to be fucking
looks
amazing
as well.
Oh. So apparently in Minecraft, they've built a library called the Uncensored Library, and it's one of the most creative digital responses to global censorship. Built inside Minecraft by Reporters Without Borders in collaboration with Blockworks, Media Monks, and DDB, the library was launched in 2020 as a way to bypass media restrictions in countries where journalism is tightly controlled. According to Minecraft Net and Dezeen, the structure is a grand neoclassical style virtual building with elaborate halls dedicated to different nations, each containing articles, journals, and press freedom reports that are banned or censored in their home countries.
There you go. Clever.
That is one of the coolest things I've heard from a game perspective. Like that they can do that for countries that have governments that are fucking them over and not letting them see things.
No, we've said it here. It's going to get shut down.
Yeah, that's right.
For our wide audience.
Yeah.
Just the Australian side of the release. So obviously, Mega Evolution, the new Pokemon set. We've leaks have come out for all the future titles of the sets upcoming.
I've seen that.
So we've got Mega Evolution base set. Next is Phantasmal Flames, which Brock and I have already spent many $1 on. Legendary Dreams, which will be a special set. Don't know what makes it special, but I'm assuming potentially that could be like a Prismatic Evolution set, maybe.
Who knows?
Shadow Storm, Emerald Surge, Radiant Ruby, and Shining Sapphire, and they think that'll be like the new edition of Black Bolt White Flare, but with Groudon and Kyogre from Ruby and Sapphire, obviously. Yep. Eternals, which will be the 30th anniversary set as well. So, it's a few sets out, or rumored to be coming out.
So have they announced when we're getting the new Pokemon?
No, it's still coming out. Like they think it's going to be
the Pokemon game.
Yeah, so like the next game.
About March, April next year. They've been rumored
because it's not the game that's
not Arceus ZA or whatever it is. No, not that one.
So
no,
the next one.
The next one.
Okay.
There's still. They said all the leaks and rumors are coming out about.
So we need to complete our Pokedex before then, so that we can then concentrate on getting the additional 100 or whatever new Pokemon. That are all probably going to be like specks of dirt that evolve into mud. That
is Pokemon's biggest issue moving forward.
Exactly.
Which is why I think they've done the Alolan ones and things like that, where it's the same Pokemon just with the new.
And then
skin.
you got the future, which is
with beach hair.
Yeah.
Wug Trio.
All right, 2026 year for movies. I'm going to quickly rattle some off. We got Avengers: Doomsday, Hunger Games: Sunrise of the Reaping, Narnia, Mandalorian and Grogu, Project Hail Mary. We got Mortal Kombat, Return to Silent Hill. We've got Hoppers, Scary Movie 6, Scream 7, Supergirl, Dune Messiah, Toy Story 5, The Odyssey, another Super Mario movie, Spider-Man, Masters of the Universe. Oh, Moana, yeah. The Devil Wears Prada 2, Resident Evil, and Clayface.
That list redeemed itself towards the end because at the start I was like, I think 2025 was a better movie year, but there's some bangers coming towards the end.
Honestly, this year, I just recently went through my my movies and all my ratings. I've given everything and stuff, and there weren't that many bangers this year.
Not really.
There were a few good ones, but nothing really out there.
June, the month of June, not the movie June, was a really good month. That's when we started to have Ballerina and all those sorts of ones came out at the same time. So
I think next year's a big blockbuster movie.
Yeah, I
think this year's
very, very much looking forward to Dune Messiah.
Yeah,
I'll actually have to go and see that.
I'm very interested to see how much of Children of Dune, if any, they include in Dune Messiah, because Dune Messiah is the second book, Children of Dune is the third book, and I'm very interested to see if they.
Because the first two movies were just the first book, wasn't it?
Yeah. Which is.
I mean, we've had this conversation many times.
Very funny. It did not need to be two movies in the slightest bit. And Dune Messiah is a smaller book than Dune. And so, like even with the Sci-Fi Channel one, they merged Dune Messiah and Children of Dune. Essentially, they made Dune Messiah one of the three telly movies, and then Children of Dune were the next two. So I'm very interested to see how much they can buy, and because they've got Anna Taylor-Joy playing the sister, the young Atreides, when she's old, that's Children of Dune, not Messiah. So I'm very
we'll see how much
they've already committed one of the world's gravest atrocities in making this movie. They shaved Jason Momoa.
Chief War, his hair's back.
he's like, I just love that no matter how many of these they make, essentially he can pretty much be in every single one.
Yeah.
Because he's pretty much in every single book, which span over thousands of years.
He's happy. Money.
That's right.
You go. I lost mine.
Cool. I'll quickly do two because one's small and the other one's interesting. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will reportedly connect to the MCU in Vision Quest. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do that.
Apparently, they're not linking it. There's just going to be characters.
Sure. That makes a bit more sense because I've seen a couple of them like rumored to be in and around.
Because they have contradictory storylines and stuff, and they did the Terror Mist as well in it. And so
and then this one, which is more exciting, Rick Moranis officially ends retirement for Spaceballs 2.
Yes, he's in Australia right now filming.
He is indeed.
So's Mel Brooks.
Yep.
Reprising his role. And now you see the first photo of the table read.
They
recreated the Star Wars one.
I did see that. I chuckled.
So this one, I just found this funny. So this is a new reality dating show in Britain. It's called Game of Clones, and it's a show where a person describes their perfect looking partner, and then the producers find 8 near identical matches and then dress them identically, and then the person has to go on dates/interviews with the 8 identical looking people so that they can go off their personality and blah, blah, blah. But
it's not off their personality because they've just described their perfect being. So they're still looking at the aesthetic.
It'll be absolute trash. And I'm sure my wife will love it.
But it contradicts.
Your wife or you?
But it contradicts itself straight off the bat.
Don't try to make logic of reality TV.
If you want to watch a really good show based on dating shows, there's a show called Unreal. It went for 3 seasons.
Yeah, that was,
it was like a behind the scenes of like a Bachelor style show.
Season 1 was really good. I don't think I've seen season 2 or 3, but
it was sensational.
Lisa says it's on Netflix. Love.
No, moving on.
So I've got 2 to catch up
I have one more, then you can do yours, and then we're done. So there's a rumor that we are getting a Hogwarts Legacy style Lord of the Rings game.
Yeah,
it's just The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Oh no, I guess but it's moving after, so it's all the piece and everything is sorted.
Yeah.
Because Hogwarts Legacy is effectively a sequel game to Hogwarts. It's
that's style game.
Prequel. That's style game.
That style of gameplay and stuff. But it'll be a Lord of the Rings game.
Yeah. So essentially
it'll be an open world Lord of the Rings game.
It'll be fine. I don't think it'll be that exciting.
You know the best Lord of the Rings game of all time? The Third Age.
Yeah.
No, the Lego one.
That or Two Towers. So, anime for next year, we got Black Clover, the new saga coming out, which I'm keen for. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. Hell's Paradise Season 2. That is a baller of a show. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. Jobless Reincarnation Season 3. Free Ren Season 2. Wisteria Wand and Sword Season 2. Mashley Magics and Muscle Season 3. We talked about that getting a live action apparently last week. Bleach, the 1,000 Year Blood 4 is coming. Hopefully it's the final season because it's another one where it's like should have been wrapped up and all of a sudden we're there like 2 seasons later. And then Fire Force.
We're also getting a new live action of Bleach as well, remember?
Yeah, I'm interested to see what that looks like. And then the year of 1998 was a ball year for games. So you had Zelda Ocarina of Time was released, Sega Saturn, Soul Calibur, Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil 2, Pokemon Red and Blue, Half-Life, Suikoden 2, Xenogears, that's the only one I hadn't heard of, Banjo-Kazooie, Final Fantasy Tactics, StarCraft, Luna, Sonic Adventure, Tekken 3, and Grim Fandango.
Tekken 3 was such a good fighting game.
Here's a funny one. Tom Cruise on the set of Mission Impossible 8, so it's a little bit of an older one. I'm starting to believe that these missions are in fact possible. Should be mission pretty difficult, but definitely doable.
Those missions are not possible.
Hey, he's up to 8.
It helps when you produce it.
Apparently, G.I. Robot is coming into live action within the DCU.
I did see that.
The Beekeeper 2 has started filming.
That was a really unexpected good movie.
I haven't watched it.
It's one of those ones, it's just like a Statham movie you can put on and be like, I know what's going to happen and I'm here for it.
Batman is coming to Spider-Man. Robert Pattinson will play MJ's new boyfriend in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
He doesn't have time. He's too busy.
Yeah. X-Men 97, apparently it is meant to be
He said he had one more rumor.
No, I said I was going to rattle off some.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. And I'll say my very last one, which isn't a rumor. It's
a
bit of a hot take.
There'll be 3 more.
I put my phone down. They've released gameplay for the new Wolverine game.
Oh my God, the trailer is so good.
It looks really, really good. There's only one little downside. It is the Spider-Man game with Wolverine skin. It is the same game.
Well, you won't be able to swing.
You can pretty much swing. You
can
watch
just
everything going
jump
through.
really
You
far.
can pretty much do exactly the same thing anyway. So
someone
you can
did
jump and you can grab hold of things that are closer and swing off them. And you can
So-
jump onto the wall and climb up like the spider anyways and jump.
He's got
Anywho.
claws, not webs. Yeah,
Wolverine has claws.
yeah, I know. They're really good at stabbing the wall so you can climb.
News to me.
Just saw something very similar. So apparently Ocarina of Time in Kokiri Village, there's the layout there. Banjo-Kazooie has the exact same layout, just with slightly different trimming. Everyone's like, oh my God, mind blown.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, everyone does it.
Yes, 100%. Especially if they're released by the same company.
All right, what do we got?
Why?
Why the Last Man, Volume 6.
Have you read this one?
I don't know. I read
Did you read the one ready for last week?
almost.
To be honest,
I was reading issue by issue. The second last issue was corrupted, so I had to get.
where did you get up to?
The second last issue?
Well, we can leave Why the Last Man till next week.
Talk about it. It's
Talk
fine.
about,
Yep.
Why
To
the
be
Last Man?
honest, we don't need to. This was a dull.
Well, I mean, we get backstory on the
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah, we know she's still alive.
We get a whole issue of a backstory on the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, did you reread it? This one, did you?
Then we've got they head to they're on a ship and they go out and they get attacked in the sea by a female.
I just felt 5 was really fucking good, and then this one was just a bit of a as a result. A bit like One Piece. We had a fucking baller episode 2 weeks ago. This one, next week, filler episode, backstory. Don't need it. That's what this volume 6 reminded me of.
Fair
Because
enough.
I'm like we had all this cool information and the story's progressing, and then this one we're like, I understand this. It's
I do
probably
get- yeah.
there's probably a lot of setting up for what's coming, so it probably is very valuable information when I get to volume 7, 8, 9.
It is.
But
Now that I
like,
think
Which
about
is-
it, now
which
that
is- which is
I
fair
know
enough.
because I know what comes next as well. So now that I think of it in that way, it is filler.
Because it was, as you said, like I've still got 2 issues to read of the trade back, so to speak. But I didn't not enjoy it, but I wasn't as invested.
it
in it.
was- by no means was it
just
bad.
It just sort of happened.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the things were kind of cool as it goes through. I did like the linking in with the ships and the summer, like
Yep.
the Australian sub and whatnot. Like that was cool the way that it linked in, i.e. to the girlfriend and how that's going to play out, so to speak.
and
but you're right.
Is it just
sort of-
Iranian or Israeli military chick? She got free again, so
Yeah.
she'll come back. Like there were interesting little tidbits, but nothing like groundbreaking in it. So
No.
I'm assuming it was a bit of world building ready for
I've got
the
the-
next volume for everything.
I've
to
got
make
the
sense.
feeling that for how far through we are, there has been like we're 6 volumes through, and I'd say probably 3 of those were setting up, so to speak. So I think the last 4, or maybe the last 3, are gonna just be balls to the wall. I'm kind of expecting that.
I must say, the second through this read through because when I read it the first time, it was
A long time ago.
like easily 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Not enjoying it as much as I did the first time.
Sure.
But
Is that because the shock factor's worn off a little bit?
maybe
I think, like I said, we go back to, I think it was volume 4 with the whole like mental manipulation and the sex dungeon and
Yeah.
stuff. Like the shock and awe factor of that would be, as for us who are reading it for the first time, like,
What
the
the
fuck
fuck?
are we reading? Where for you know it's coming. It's like, oh, it's just this part. Like,
I think that might be, and especially that I know how it ends as well. That might ruin. It might be ruining the story for me as well as I read along. I kind of
makes
get
sense.
like at no point has any volume been onerous to read or like it's never been a hard read to get through. Like even this one, it was a smooth read. Like it didn't take long to read it through in one sitting for me, but nothing. I was like, I'm just waiting for something to happen because we just had the volume 5 where shit started to happen. All right, we're going to Japan. Like this is happening. We're going to find something. And through this volume, we don't get to Japan yet. We have the Australian submarine issue. Like all these other things are happening. And I'm like, cool, but we just need to progress the story. It's like we're getting lost in other turns and things.
I get the feeling now that you've mentioned that, like in the Japan and the Australian sub, I think we might get one more side quest, and then it'll be the 3 to sort of bring it home.
I actually can't remember what what major plots happen in the end. I remember how it ends. I just can't remember what major plots happen. So that should be good catching up on those again.
See how it goes.
Yes. Also on comic book news, I have been catching up on Zenoscope. So Grim Fairy Tales stories. They're into their volume 2, which I think they're like 100 issues into their volume 2.
Nice.
Great stories. I really enjoy them. They've done a really good job at building the world in this thing. So for those of you who don't know, the Grim Fairy Tales Zenoscope stories essentially started off as each issue would be a different Grim Fairy Tale, but told the proper Grim Fairy Tale way. And essentially, a chick would give a fairy tale book to someone, and then that person would then sort of dream the fairy tale. But then when they wake up, like something very similar might have happened in their real life kind of stuff. And you go through all the major ones like Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, all that kind of stuff in the first few issues. And then as it goes down, you discover that those fairy tale characters, they start becoming like agents for the devil and all this kind of stuff. And the devil's trying to destroy all the universes. And you've got like our universe. Then you've got the Madness universe, which is Wonderland. You've got Neverland as a universe. Oz is a universe. All this kind of stuff. And essentially all the things that owned IPs. And it gets really in depth into a lot of the characters and stuff. And it's really cool stories. And I thoroughly enjoy it, and the second volume that I've been reading through because I stopped reading it for ages. It's really good, and the Wonderland novels are phenomenal. So if you ever get a chance to read, you read the Wonderland ones. I gave that to you way back in issue 1 or 2 or something.
I think I read 1 and 2.
Yeah,
I think it's been a little while though.
Return to Wonderland, Beyond Wonderland, Escape from Wonderland are the first 3 arcs, and then they had the ongoing Wonderland series that they've been doing, and Tales from Wonderland were like one-shots of all the different characters. Essentially, for Zach, who hasn't read it, it's basically...
How did you know?
It's worth it.
The Wonderland starts off with Callie, who is Alice's daughter. Alice is full-on comatose kind of state, and Callie and her brother essentially get sucked back through the mirror, through the looking glass. And Wonderland's now like this fucked up place. When Callie gets there, what's his name? The fisherman? Is it the fisherman?
Can't remember.
Or the lumberjack, whatever he is.
Yeah, lumberjack, I think.
Oh no! So the Mad Hatter essentially tries to rape her,
that was wild.
And like Tweedledee and Tweedledum are like just spread across this kitchen, murdered. And the Red Queen's like psychopathic, and the Cheshire Cat is like a giant werewolf-looking motherfucker that just tries to rip people. Yeah, I do. You can
it's
borrow
worth it. It's a good read.
And
it's wild.
It's fantastic, and it gets even better as it goes on.
The wife might want to read that too because she loves Alice in Wonderland.
The underlying story and how they sort of wrap it up from why they're in Wonderland as well is really fucking well done.
And then Callie is a anagram. Is that what it's called? Where the letters are mixed up.
Yes.
Yeah. Callie's an anagram of Alice.
Oh yeah.
The daughter's name. And it's fucking awesome storyline. The first three books are really good. Ongoing series is really good as well. And highly recommend that shit to people.
Back into the good old realm of Absolute. One of the story arcs, one of the standard story arcs within like the Batman universes, et cetera, is when Bane breaks Batman's back. Right. So at the moment, I'm reading through
the man who broke the bat.
I'm reading through like the Bane arc at the moment and how that ties into like Batman and his sort of downfall and destruction and whatnot. Holy shit.
So they're doing the whole breaking the back in Absolute?
They are doing how you just said, the man who broke the bat. They are not breaking his back. They are breaking the fucking bat. They are going to the nth level of destroying Bruce Wayne and Batman. And it is fucking like, and the way that it goes through a full story issue, you're just like, they're killing Batman. And then it all sort of comes out of it eventually, but it's a fucking wild ride, hey.
There are some storylines
really
about
well
I need to sit down and read, like, because there are some
of the big ones.
I know of them, I just haven't read them.
There's a really good YouTube channel. I can't remember his name, but essentially, because some of especially the cross universe issues, like Twisted Metal, not Twisted Metal,
Dark Knight's Metal.
it's like across so many different storylines and stuff like that. It's super hard to pick
I
up and
could
read.
see Batman in Twisted Metal though.
Yes. But there's a guy on YouTube, essentially, he takes the whole arc and he sits there and he talks you through the entire arc while showing you panels and stuff in the background from it. And the Dark Metal one goes for 4 hours, I think, of him talking through. And it's
pretty wild.
he tells you all the detail, all the major plots you need to know. Like, and my favorite part is because essentially it's like a bad Batman from one of the minus multiverse universes. So in DC, they've got the multiverse, which is like Earth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they discover there's actually Earth -1, -2, -3. And it's essentially in all those universes, Batman's a dick. And so one of them,
best way to put it.
one of them, Batman wants to try and reverse time, so he straps the Flash to the front of the Batmobile and drives as fast as he can to go through Speed Force, and essentially fuses himself with the Flash and becomes like a really fast Batman. But Barry's mind is inside his, so he's a bit psychotic. Then you get one who's essentially Aqua. There's like a woman Batman who's essentially Aqua, like Mira. There's
The Batman who laughs.
Yeah, then there's the main one who's the Batman who laughs, who's essentially a Joker Batman.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that.
He's got
one
like
before.
a big fucking spike thing on his face with
And even like the way that they explain each, like how they came to be, you're just like, oh shit, yeah, okay, yeah, I get that.
and like the Batman who laughs has essentially Robin dogs.
Yeah.
So it's just a whole heap of Robins that are all just mental, and he's got them chained up like they're pit bulls.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. It's the
And
Dark
then-
Knight's Metal
yeah.
was really
Who's
really
the
well
Batman
written.
with the big axe or hammer thing?
I can't remember who he was, but he was kind of like just a very
Yeah, just
solitude
another
kind of
one of
guy,
those ones.
and just
And
fuck shit up.
there's also a Harley who laughs in the Harley comics as well, which is essentially Harley, and she's got the thing around her eyes and stuff from the same
You
universe.
missed one of the biggest fangirl ever thing with him at Comic Con. So we mentioned Stuart last week, but we're talking to his wife, and she was saying how Stu was asked to redo the comic, the cover of.
So basically,
He'll
each
explain better than I will.
each comic stores can essentially go to DC and say, "Hey, we want to get a variant cover of the comic."
Yep.
And it was the 1000th issue of Detective Comics.
Yep.
And these artists went up to his local comic store and went, "I want to do it." And he's like, "Well, we're meant to ask you." Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, so they went and bring a roll, and eventually they're like, "Yeah, okay, you can do it." And he's done a Harley Quinn alternate cover where he wanted to do 3 versions of Harley Quinn: the animated, the comic, and the Margot Robbie. And they're like, "No, you're not allowed to do Margot Robbie. Sorry, we're not allowed to do Margot.
Yeah,
We're not
they're
allowed to
like,
have the
you could do a
likeness."
realistic one, but you can't have it Margot Robbie likeness. He's like, and his wife was like, "Yeah, but he can pull off Margot Robbie. If he can't pull off, if he's not allowed to, he's not doing it."
And then,
He's not half-assing
apparently there was
it.
another rule where they were only allowed to have like one Harley on the cover and stuff. So they had Harley, Ivy, and Catwoman
Doing
the
on
Charlie's
cover.
Angels pose.
Yeah,
Sure.
It was a really really cool cover. I'm like, if you had that Harley one, I would have given you $1,000.
His wallet would have been out
I
so
was
fucking quick.
throwing money, and you'd like that fucking Fry from Futurama. Take my money, motherfucker! Because he was a fantastic artist.
Yeah, yeah.
It would have been glorious.
I would have gone back for day 2 just to see if he was had like less busyness, so
Yeah.
we could actually like have another proper chat, because we kind of felt bad the first time talking to him because he just wanted to keep chatting, and we're like, "Your line's getting pretty long, dude." But yeah, that was sick.
It was very good. And you want to talk about Last of Us?
Sure.
All right, you can talk about Last of Us.
I haven't seen it.
You don't need to. Like season 1 for me was
It's a rip roaring endorsement.
Season
You
1.
You don't need to watch it.
Season 1, watch the shit out of it. It was fucking incredible. Whether you've played the game or not, the season 1 was just incredible. On screen between Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey was incredible, and everything surrounding them in the world. It was just really, really well done. Both
And
very,
it also
very
had the
believable.
game actors in it as well.
Yes, it did. It did. Now, fast forward to season 2.
The Flash is in it.
Yes. It fell short. It
You know
just-
when he's not interested because
Yeah, I
he just
know.
does this
Ezra
shit.
Miller or
yeah, both of them.
the one
of
from the
yeah,
series?
Yeah, all of them. All of them. Mainly Grant though.
Grant Gustin.
So It falls short, definitely. One of the things that fell short really early for me is when Bella Ramsey's casting was first announced, there was someone else who I had in mind purely like from an aesthetic perspective, and that was actually Caitlin Dever. And Caitlin Dever in this one plays Abby in part 2. So straight off the bat, I was looking at Caitlin Dever as Abby, who I personally wanted to be to play as Ellie. From an aesthetic perspective and some of her previous roles, I thought...
I know
She's from
her.
Last Man Standing.
Yeah, I thought that she would have played... I thought, based on her previous roles, I thought she would have played Ellie quite well. Now, with that being said, watching season 1, Bella Ramsey fucking nails it. Fast forward to season 2, and now I'm looking at Caitlin Dever going, fuck, I wanted you to be... And then, so that threw me straight off the bat. And then from there, like the character of Abby, in the game, she's like built like a brick shithouse. She's buff as fuck, like just commanding presence whenever she's within the game and whatnot. And then to get Caitlin, like she's a great actor, but she does not have the same presence as Abby from the games because she's built like a brick shithouse. So that was kind of hard to get past. One of the other things which was they did a little bit better for in the show from the game is that Joel, there's no point in spoilers, but Joel or Pedro Pascal's character dies, and he dies fairly early. And that was kind of what drives Ellie's rage.
Did he die in season 1?
No, he died in season 2.
Right.
And he died in the second game as well.
Yeah.
Now,
No, I had a... It must have been when it came out. I thought it was a lot longer ago, but like everyone was like blowing up because they hadn't played the game. So like, wait, why are you killing him off?
Yeah. So he dies in the game. I think that in the TV show, it was more believable as to how he got there than what it was in the game. Because in the game, there's sort of they're out patrolling, some things happen, and him and his brother, I think it's Tom, they basically go with Abby, who is out there searching for him, and then they suddenly find each other because Joel's there to save her and some other bit of bullshit. Like it's just a lot of coincidences that you kind of like, all right, well,
So the latest Mission Impossible.
Yeah, we'll go along with these coincidences, but then
very possible.
But then at the end, like Abby says, come with me, like this is where my crew is. And then like based on Joel's presence throughout the first game and the season 1 of the show, you kind of like, yeah, he's not going to go with you. And because he's with Tommy, it's like they're going to get you safe and then they're going to fuck off back to their village, which needs help. Like there was just no scenario where he would have gone with Abby for then Abby to then kill him once it's gone. Now in the TV show, they take Tom away and he's actually out there with a younger girl. And because he's with that younger girl named Dina, it's a little more believable that because Dina's the one going, no, come on, like Joel, we can go with them. Let's go with them. Like we can't get back in this storm. Like come. So it's a little more believable from that perspective to get back there. Joel dies. This all happens in like the first episode or 2, and then that is kind of the hinge point to drive Ellie's rage throughout the rest of the show. It's a revenge plot through the whole thing. She wants to now kill Abby and Abby's cronies, and that's it.
Yeah.
Now, there are moments through there which are done really, really fucking well. When Joel saves Abby, there's a scene where she's trying to escape from a shitload of the infected, and she ends up on one side of a big chain mesh fence, and all of the infected just coming in an absolute horde up against the other side, and she's sort of running like between the fence and a brick wall. It's about 2 foot wide. She's sort of squeezing through it, and then you start to see the fence start to break underneath the horde, and there's like a real like jeopardy about it. You're kind of like, oh shit, like what direction are they going to go with this, especially if you haven't played the game. And you really think that she's going to get got, and then it collapses and she falls down. She's on the ground with the fence just pinning closer and closer to her on the ground, and then Joel comes through and saves her. Like that was really, really well done on screen. Here, Joel's death scene with Ellie watching, that was done pretty similarly to the game, and it was just like, it was really well done in that it was hard to watch it unfold. I think they did that well. Because of Ellie's rage, there's a moment a little bit further on where she finds one of Abby's cronies and is basically beating the living shit out of her. to get information on where Abby is. And it's like Bella really comes into her own in that moment, and you sort of like, you really believe what she's doing. Like she's just got rage in her eyes and whatnot doing it. And you think, that was well done. Follow on from that is she's sitting with her now girlfriend, Dina, and I'll come back to that in a little bit because it's a fucking pain point. But comes back with Dina, and they have a really like heartfelt conversation about, I kind of know why they killed Joel now because of the history of like season 1 or part 1. And Dina's kind of like reserved, but Bella's like in a complete total like shut down shock type thing and can just spit out a few words. That whole like sort of sequence was done really, really well. And then there's another scene right at the end where Bella, so Ellie, she ends up with 2 more of Abby's cronies. One of the crony, and she's got a gun out, and one of the cronies grabs at another gun to shoot Ellie, and she just reacts, shoots, hits the first crony, goes through like his, I don't know if his chest or neck or whatever, and hits the girl behind. When it hits the girl behind, she kind of just grabs her neck a little bit with a bit of blood and then realizes that it's coming out a lot more. But then gets closer to her, she's heavily pregnant, and then it goes through a pretty, I won't go into it, I might tell you guys after what happens, but it's very, very, probably gut-wrenching is the way to put it. Like it's really hard to watch, and they take you through it really, really well, and it's drawn out in a way that the uncomfortability to watch it was deliberate and done really, really fucking well. All that being said, there was one scene that kicked around through with Bella Ramsey and Dina early on, where Dina highlights that she's pregnant, and Ellie goes, I'm going to be a daddy. And it just, the way that the scene was done was just really, really cringy. Like they could have done that so much better. Like they could have made it much more.
I like that actress that plays Dana, Isabella.
Yeah, she's really good. She's really good in it. And even her interactions with all the characters there, whether she's very high and bubbly, or like on life and whatnot, and real like risky and doing stuff. And she's really, really believable through it. And when she's got her low moments, like i.e. when she was having that heart to heart with Ellie or Bella, she really gets into that moment and really does it well. She was stand out through it. And like just that scene could have been done in such a better way to actually draw you into the scene, but to have Ellie just kind of, I'm going to be a daddy, it's like, well, no. I see what you're trying to do. It just, that did not land. And then my favorite episode from the whole thing was actually a flashback episode with Pedro Pascal. Anyways, like, so Joel did a flashback episode where it's basically him as a child. He has an interaction with his dad, who's a cop. This is pre like the infection taking through. Has an interaction with his dad where his dad's come home because the boys have gotten into trouble, or at least the younger boy, Tom, has gotten into trouble, and now Joel is trying to defend him because the dad is going to beat the shit out of him. And he basically, like, Joel stands up to his dad and says, don't do it. And the dad sort of slowly goes over, grabs a beer, gives it to Joel and sits down next to him. They have a bit of a heart-to-heart. The dad starts crying and whatnot and says something along the lines of, I hope that when you have kids, you are just a little bit better than what I did. And it was a moment that sort of drew you into it, and it was really, like, it was really emotional, heartfelt that it drew you into it. And then from there, you watch, flash forward, you see Joel with Ellie on her birthday. It's like her 15th or 16th birthday. Does a pretty heartfelt scene, but it's like an awkward one because he doesn't really know what to do. And then one for the 17th, one for the 18th, one for the 19th, just year apart with little snippets. And you can see how their relationship goes backwards through a few things because of like the end of season 1 and a couple of other decisions that he makes and some actions he takes. So Ellie's pissed with him basically. And it kind of ends with Joel having the very similar or same conversation with Ellie, in that I hope you do, when you have kids, I hope you do just a little bit better than what I did. Yeah. And it was a really well-rounded episode that it drew you in and took you through the whole thing. And it was really the way that final scene done between Pedro and Bella was awesome, because Pedro he pretty much didn't say a word because he's so caught up with emotion as Bella's talking to him, and he's like literally just sitting there with like tears coming down his eyes. He's nodding his head. He's shaking his head, like answering her question. You're just like, oh, come on, just say something. And then he finally does.
He's
in the
such
end.
a good actor.
And
it's a pity
it was-
Fantastic Four didn't use him.
And it was just, it was an incredible episode. That sort of, for me, it was the highlight of the season, which was unfortunate because his character's dead and like you won't see any more of him really other than flashbacks and whatnot.
In the third game,
Yep.
isn't Ellie
It's
old
not out yet.
in the third game? It's
not out yet.
Oh, it's not out.
No.
Or is that the second game?
That's
Like,
the second game.
She's
so,
old.
So at the end of part one, she's like, I think she's 15.
Yeah.
And then this is it's a 4 or 5 year jump to where she's either 18 or 19.
Okay.
So she's,
And they've done that in the show.
Yeah, they did that in the show. There was a lot of people saying that it didn't follow closely enough to the game. I can see where there are shifts and variances and whatnot, but I think it follows close enough to the game to give enough of a nod to the game. It does have a cliffhanger ending, similar to the game, but it followed the game in that sense. Like the game had a cliffhanger ending, so does it. So the intent is to do like part 3 and season 3, whichever one comes first and foremost. But yeah, we'll see how it goes and where it lands.
I just went down a rabbit hole of the cast members in this. Fuck, there's some cast in there.
Yeah, it's got a great cast, and that's what I believe sort of underdid it to start off with. Like they had a massive cast, and I think they've put too much on Bella's shoulders for this show. Like this season is about.
Considering she's not a good actor.
This season is about Bella or Ellie and Ellie's revenge against Abby. That is this season. And because that is, like, there is so much riding on her shoulders, and she can definitely act because there's moments in that where you get drawn into what she's doing. But they are too far. Like, she can't balance the childlike sort of whatever nature of Ellie within the game with her more serious moments. Like, it's balanced in the game because they
right.
do that, but they don't.
Everyone's right. Like Caitlin Dever would have been a better choice.
I think she would have been a better choice.
I mean, there's one actor who would have been a perfect choice, but unfortunately he can't play the role anymore for obvious reasons, which we won't get into on the podcast because we don't want to get cancelled. But it's such a weird one that you've got Ashley's voice with Elliot Page, just a former life, likeness, to now you've gone to Bella. Bella, is that her name?
Bella Ramsey.
It's so weird. such different contrasts and talents and stuff.
Yeah,
Was Bella in the first one or the second one?
but both.
No, yeah.
Because it's
So
Ellie.
Bella's the main character.
Yeah, I just because I know there was a lot of controversy about as you said, people wanting Caitlin to play her in that role.
Yeah.
And then when she came in the second one, I said, not watching it, there was a lot of I thought it was that she'd been recast with Caitlin as a result.
No, there was. So what happened is Bella got cast, and there was a lot of backlash because they didn't think Bella was good for it. I personally thought that Caitlin Dever would have been great at it, and I think that there was a lot of people out there in the world who agreed with that. And then they brought Caitlin Dever in season 2 as Abby, but that was a poor casting choice as well, because just from a stature perspective and the way that she commands like this the spot that she's in, she can do that. She could have done that really, really well as Ellie. I don't think she can do it very well as Abby, because Abby needs a very different
I wonder if
presence.
that was a choice because everyone was clamoring for her to be
maybe
the other characters. Like, oh, well, you wanted her so much, we'll just put her here then. So
If you want to watch her in something, watch Booksmart.
Yeah, that's really good.
Great movie.
Last Man Standing.
But my casting
She's
choice
hilarious
for
in that
Abby
show.
would have been, and I've just got to find her name because I always forget. She was in The Mandalorian. She was an ex-MMA fighter, Gina Carano.
Oh yeah, she's uncancelled by Disney.
because she got
her,
cancelled.
yeah.
Because she got cancelled by Disney because of some stuff that was put on social media.
Yep.
But then she settled the court case between it. Now she's uncancelled, so she can do what she wants to
She's
do.
awesome.
She's
She's in a
awesome.
great movie called Haywire.
Yes.
This is
It's
another
called.
great movie called Deadpool.
She's
Yes,
also
she
in
is.
Deadpool,
She
and her
is.
booby falls out, and he's like, "Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah, so I think like you go and have a look at the game, and just from a physicality perspective, you have a look at the game, and then you have a look at Gina, and you're just like, oh, done. But then you also see watch some of Gina's previous performances where she's on that scene as that big commanding presence, like even within like a military type sense, because that's what the idea of Abby is. She's big commanding within a military type sense, and Gina Carano would fucking nail that. But,
Wasn't she?
anywho.
Was she in that 12 blocks or whatever it was? That Mark Wahlberg one that had Ronda Rousey in it as well.
Maybe.
Where they had to take that.
I'm
They had
not
to take the
sure.
guy 12 blocks down the street and essentially just turns into being shot at for 12 blocks.
Yeah. I know what you're
have a
talking
look for
about, but I don't know if she was in it or
Gina
not.
Reinhardt.
I can't remember. I know Ronda Rousey was in it. I can't remember if she
Marky
was in it or
Mark.
not. Yeah, good old Marky Mark. God, I love some Marky Mark.
That was during his little flutter of like 15 movies in
Yeah.
2 years. But he
You-
comes out of his hidey hole
He
for a
did
bit.
there was a really good movie. I can't remember what it's called. It was on Disney, and it's based on a true story on the. I can't remember what football NFL team it was. One of the NFL.
16 blocks.
One of the. I think it might have been Boston NFL team. Back in the day, they were like just struggling real hard, so they held open tryouts, and he plays this dude who just rocked up to the tryouts and ended up being like one of their most successful players and stuff like that, and just through open tryouts and stuff. And he played that. It was a really good movie. It's on Disney. Cannot remember what it's called.
Okay.
But it's one of those, you know how well Disney do their sports uplifting movies,
100%.
like fucking Remember the Titans and
So,
Miracle.
has 16 blocks been redone?
No, I don't think so. It might not have been called 16
not
blocks.
because that's the plot line. He's got to take prisoner from point A to point B, which is 16 blocks away. But it's got Bruce Willis and
No, this one had Marky Mark in it.
Yeah.
not the movie you're thinking of. Then
Yeah, they might have changed the name to 15 blocks to stop to not have copyright.
while we look this up, so as we mentioned before, we're golfing, which for me this trip is always a great chance for AJ to bust out his collection of board games. So AJ, what board games are coming along?
So board games this trip, I just got one of the best deals I have ever gotten in my life for a board game, and I was like, I bought it because it was $2.
Is this the one you sent me?
So this
Is it?
Test Match, the card game.
I don't care if this was they paid you to take it. I'm amazed you bought this game because you hate cricket.
For half of our listeners, because I know half of our listeners are from the United States of America, Test Match is based on cricket. Cricket is essentially a boring sport like baseball.
Whoa.
Well, there goes all our American listeners.
Whoa.
So basically, it's like a sport that goes for 2-3 days. And in Australia, we have a game that every child has owned at some point in their life called Test Match, which has two little
Mile 22.
figurine. That's the one, yeah.
Yep.
It has like two little figurines. One's a batter, one's a bowl, and you put a little ball bearing on it, and he goes like that and throws the ball bearing, and you pull the trigger on the batter.
That was
and
pretty apt.
and he swings the batter. And then you've got little fields out
swings
there.
the batter.
And the ball you got to try and catch the ball in these little Velcro fielders. And that was Test Match. And every kid owned this game.
But the thing is, he explained that fantastically. Everyone else is still going to think he's spastic.
So I bought the card game. It was $2, and I bought it because it was $2.
Yeah.
And if anything, I could use the cards as fillers for print and play games or something. And I'm like, all right. So I pulled it out, had a look at it. And I'm like, sounds interesting. So I've had a playthrough by myself, just playing against myself. Fucking great game.
Yeah, I got a message like, oh my God, this is
It
fantastic.
is such an enjoyable game. Like, has barely anything to do with cricket, really. It's just one of those games that's like.
Is that because you don't know cricket? Or
I know cricket. I play cricket.
He knows ball.
But no, it's really, really fun game. And anyone, Toymate, if you're Australian, Toymate, $2, bargain. Comes in a little travel case. It's really, really, really good. So that'll be coming along.
I was say, so context for the people going along. AJ and I, board gamers. We'll play, like, the heavier the board game, the better for us. One of the blokes we're coming with, Dave, light board games, needs things like Sushi Go, code names, he likes playing board games, but it's got to be.
He's more an intro to gaming and party gamer.
And then Caden is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. So we got that.
Depending on how many drinks he's had.
We'll be bringing. I'll be bringing Flip 7. Which is
we played a few games.
Fantastic game. And if you want to watch how it's played, go to Smosh on YouTube. They
We'll do a
played a fair
playthrough next
bit.
week. And we'll put it up.
So
Can't wait to see that playthrough.
then I'm bringing the pirate one. What's the pirate one called?
Dead Man's Draw or
Dead
something.
Man's Draw,
We just call it the pirate game.
Which is a fantastic little card game.
Biscuit for the biscuit.
Yeah. We've got Greed coming.
Yeah, Greed's always good fun.
We've got My Game, which who knows, maybe released at some point and you'll be able to buy it as a print and play game called
Dungeon Dice Masters.
it's based on the weird world of monsters, a little world I've created, and it's called Monsters at War. It is my adaptation of the card game Shithead.
Oh, that one. Sorry, you've created so many.
So that game will be coming along.
Because this one started out as Royal Ascent or something you called it. It had
Royal Ascent was the version that was very fantasy anime based.
my cord is having a fucking.
And then eventually it mutated. Once I created this weird World of Monsters world, it mutated into that. And
yeah, that's always an enjoyable game.
so all the art's done and everything. It's pretty much it's just got to be proofread and then it's ready to go.
the Batman love letter game. I don't know if you mentioned it. That's always I quite enjoy that one.
Yeah. So there's a few little games. It was mostly just smaller games that were going because there's no point bringing a big game for the the people that are coming.
No,
with
as I
us.
said, I think you could get Caden involved in some. Like I said, we played a game of Talisman with Dave. We started this game about 11 o'clock at night. So that's mistake number one when you play Talisman.
All very drunk as well.
Yeah. We've been playing for about 2 hours, about 1 o'clock by this point. Dave finally made it to the middle, died, and no one else was anywhere near finishing.
Yeah, lost all his stuff and he had to go right back to the start.
Yeah.
He would have table flipped.
Yeah. If he could, because the table AJ's poker up time was not flippable, it would have been flipped.
He was just sitting there going, "This is a fucking stupid game. This is a stupid."
See,
game.
I think you could probably get away with bringing Settlers. I think Settlers, that's probably the deepest for Dave. Caden said you can go a little bit deeper, maybe like Tekken Yoko or things like that, but or the Camel game that we played, that was pretty fun.
Camel Up off season, which you can get for like $8 at Toymate at the moment.
Cheap as fuck.
So
Which go buy the shit out of
just
that, people.
go to Toymate.
Yeah.
Just when
Hey,
you
Marvel
look, though,
United.
Christmas
20
stocking
bucks.
stuffers, guys.
it is a 3-player game though.
Yes, this is correct. But other than that, anything else we want to get out of there right before we bugger off?
Probably.
No, the only other item left we'll save till next week. So.
All right, fair enough. So basically that is it for this week, ladies and
By
gentlemen.
the time you're watching this, you've probably already seen some clips of our golf trip. So
Possibly.
you've been back to the future.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you head to the all the channels and the Instagrams and all that kind of stuff. Like, share, and subscribe.
Check
all that
out
stuff.
Viking Collects along with Brock and my Instagram channel as we head towards this mega evolution race.
And don't forget, we are on our goal of 100 subscribers on the YouTube channel for our next giveaway. So make sure anyone you know, just tell them to come and subscribe. They don't even have to watch our videos, but they will because we have great videos.
10 seconds of your life to click a button. It costs you nothing. Helps us out immensely. So please do it. Please share it around. And we did give the little tidbit last week that part of the 100th giveaway is something on the set. So you can see something that is your giveaway before your very eyes right now. Spotify listeners, go check out the YouTube.
And if you haven't already had a look, also jump onto our Instagrams. The Pokemon card win from Chaffee. He's opened his cards. He
Oh,
sent us a
it
little
crushed my
video,
soul.
and Zach wasn't happy because he.
So the
Got
ball,
some good cards.
The ball I gave him was the very first Pokeball tin I bought. I just hadn't opened it yet. I opened 2 others instead of that one.
Yep.
The 2 I opened, nothing. Chaffee, everything.
So well done, Chaffee, for getting it. Well done, Chaffee, for getting some great cards out of it. But amazing. Thank you for
And
that.
don't forget, next week we will be heading to PAX. So if you see us there, come say hi. Get yourself some stickers.
We'll have our microphones ready
We'll
to
have
go.
some microphones ready, and we're going to do some videos and all that kind of stuff for you. So until next week, we will see you then.
Bye, Franticlers.
Stay frantic.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to Frantic Nerdcast.
You can find all our latest news and information on Facebook or at franticnerdcast.com.
You can find us on Instagram at Frantic Nerdcast. Find AJ at Weird Art by AJ. Find Zach at Frantic Kaz and myself at Frantic Brock.
Please make sure to head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe for more YouTube-only content like Sequelize It and Plays Games.